Hey everybody, it's your boy Duel back here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the future Spider-Verse projects. And when I say Spider-Verse, I mean not the animated movie, but like the over-encompassing Spider-Verse movies, or the Sonyverse, as I'd like to call it, that is upcoming. So we're just going to start down the list in order of release date. With the exception of the animated Spider-Verse movie, because that's the most recent one. So number one is going to be Across the Spider-Verse, June 2nd, 2023. As we already know, we've seen the trailer, and I've done a breakdown for that movie. If you want to see that, go ahead and click here. All right, and then next we've got. This will be next year, but I'm going to talk about it just now because we're already talking about the Spider-Verse. So Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is part 2 of Across the Spider-Verse, that's about to come out, that is slated for March 29th, 2024. And those will probably be, obviously, there'll be a continuation of Across the Spider-Verse. So anyway, I digress. On to the next project, and that is going to be Kraven the Hunter, or simply just Kraven. That one's going to be coming out in October 6th, 2023. Originally, I think it was slated for a summer release, but I believe it got pushed back, maybe due to COVID or other things, or maybe because the other Spider-Man projects got pushed back. I'm not too sure, but as of right now, it's October 6th, 2023. Then we have El Muerto, which I'll talk about this here in just a second, but that one is slated for January 12th, 2024. Now, before I go on to the next project, I want to say that this project hasn't even begun production. I don't know what is going on with the film exactly. Originally, it was in active development, but I think as of now, it's currently paused in production, and they haven't even started filming. And the film, is about to come out Jan 12th, 2024. If they haven't started filming by now, I don't know if they're gonna either delay the movie, which is likely, or if they're going to cancel the movie altogether due to the bad reception of Morbius. I'm not sure on that. I would probably lean that Sony cancels the movie altogether, because nobody knows who this guy is. Nobody really knew who Morbius was either, and that movie just did poorly, and they didn't handle that movie with the care that it needed. But I digress. Right now, that movie's on hold. But that was the original slated release date, was Jan 12th of 2024. Madam Web is the next movie, and that movie is going to be coming out in February 16th, 2024. I believe this movie is actually going to tie into everything that we've seen that involves the Spider-Verse, and that includes the animated Spider-Verse movies, that includes Spider-Man No Way Home, that includes Venom, and I don't think it will include Morbius, but that would encompass Morbius if Morbius stays relevant in the Sonyverse. Probably not, but I'm just gonna put that in there. The other 3 projects that got announced that do not have release dates, as far as I know, I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if I'm wrong. But the next project that got announced was and this movie has been looming for a while, but it was the Silk movie, or the Silk series now, and I believe it's produced by Amy Pascal, and it's going to be handled by the same people that are working on the animated Across the Spider-Verse. It's Phil Lord and Chris Miller, and they're going to be fronting that series, and it's going to be on Amazon, as I mentioned earlier, and it's going to be a live action series, by the way. I need to add that, and it's called Silk Spider Society. So that'll be interesting. Maybe it'll build upon what we're going to see in the animated Across the Spider-Verse, because that's what they're doing in that movie. So that could be heavily related, or it could be completely separate at its own thing, but be similar in the fact that it's also a Spider Society. So anyway, moving on, we've got Spider-Man Noir, and these projects were announced pretty close together. I believe Silk was announced a couple years ago, but nothing has happened since then. But now we've got Amy attached to it, along with the creators of Across the Spider-Verse, the Spider-Man Noir series. And this is a series that I personally have been waiting for a very long time, and I'm actually upset they took this long to build out this series. But it's going to be same project and same people attached to the Silk project. So we're gonna be seeing that very soon, and I'm very excited about that. The last project on the list, very obscure, and I actually don't know how true this is, so take this one with a grain of salt. This one is called the Hypno Hustler, and I believe it's another solo villain movie in the Sony verse. And this one is, it's like a Spider-Man villain. The Hypno Hustler is a Spider-Man villain, and he is somebody that went up against Spider-Man in the comics. From what I can tell, it's supposed to star Donald Glover, but Donald Glover also played Miles Morales' uncle in Spider-Man Homecoming. So, I mean, people have done things like this before with the recasting. You know, Aaron Taylor Johnson also played Quicksilver, and now he's gonna in the MCU, and now he's gonna play Kraven the Hunter. So it's not impossible or improbable that Donald Glover could play two separate versions inside the Sony Spider-Verse, whatever you want to call that, reality. But as far as I know, there's no release date on that film either. So, and last but not least, we have Venom 3. And I don't actually know what the release date is for that movie. I think it's going to be coming out, if I had to guess, it came out in 2021. Probably sometime in 2024, if I had to guess October of 2024. But we might get more information about that at CinemaCon in a couple weeks. So when that happens, I'll make sure to do a video about that. Anyway, that's about it when it comes to all the upcoming Spider-Man projects that we know about. Stay tuned, and if you want to see more Spider-Man content from the channel, please like and subscribe. And right now we're reviewing the Spectacular Spider-Man series, so stay tuned. And remember, if you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate it. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. I'm Dual Dyer, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.